3 carriers out in the air. So Jangbi is in a lot of trouble here. If he had been able to hold on to these bases and get that carrier macro going, FlaSh would have been, well, not dead, but in a lot of trouble himself. Jangbi going for some sort of end around. Jangbi's going to try to hit FlaSh from behind. Now FlaSh's forces are streaming back. He realizes that the attack is coming in. I think Jangbi's got to do damage here, or he's going to be too far behind. But if he even slows down FlaSh's offense enough, that might do something for him. Now he's going to fall back. Oh yeah, but he's lost that mineral only too, so his 6 bases have been pared down to 4. And 4 base versus 4 base favors Terran for sure. Now Jangbi's forces are being pushed further and further back. And Goliath, one of the things you realize playing Protoss and going for carriers is that Goliaths are reasonably effective against ground units too. So you'll see you know, a Terran player will go mass Goliaths to counter your carriers, and you'll say, oh, okay, I'll just switch back into ground units and go Zealots and Dragoons and simple ground army and beat you because all you've got are Goliaths. And it turns out the Goliaths actually can hold their own in large enough numbers. So even though, well, those tanks are there, the tanks are pretty far back, but the Goliaths can do all right for themselves against these ground forces of Jangbi's. Carrier's trying to pick off tanks, so Carrier gets picked off. A couple of Templar there. I think FlaSh is going to have to fall back here. Yeah, he does fall back, but he's got another force there in the middle. So FlaSh still ahead. I'm not ready to call this game over yet or anything, but FlaSh certainly in control of things thus far. Got a lot of factories. Both players, I think, have mined out their mains and are probably close to mining out their naturals. So it's going to be, I don't know, if they're not able to establish further expansions, then Jangbi's carrier force might favor him, because carriers can last a long time if you micro them right. But oh no, Jangbi's going to go for an attack into that 4th base of FlaSh's. Oh, a command center is being floated over for FlaSh. That's being taken out by the carriers. Now Jangbi's trying to push across the bridge. He's being repelled. Loses 2 Templar needlessly. Oh wow, he's going into the secondary. He's going to take out FlaSh's secondary command center. FlaSh's he has to repair desperately, but no, FlaSh loses his natural command center. So, wow, yeah, maybe Jangbi's going to be able to make a game of this after all. Wow, and Templar sneaking up the back. Now FlaSh is in some trouble, because those 5 carriers are going to wreak havoc in the back of his base. And this is the problem. If he wants to pull his Goliaths back to engage those carriers, he's got to leave his tank force in the field more or less naked without Goliath support. Wow, those carriers are just rampaging. And now FlaSh is going to bring Goliaths back from both directions, try to sandwich the carriers. This may be effective, but Jangbi may just walk into the main with his carriers, loses 1 carrier, but it's FlaSh's Goliaths just can't keep up through these narrow chokes. Oh, and those minerals are still in place, so all those... Oh man, this is bad news for FlaSh. Oh man, if those carriers take out that last base, this is going to be GG. Wow, and FlaSh has taken out a base of his own. Oh man, the carriers are coming in. This is going to be crucial. If FlaSh can hold this command center, he'll be in good shape, but no, it looks like the carriers are going to take it down. SCV's desperately repairing. FlaSh has as many SCVs as he can, trying to keep this command center alive, and they succeed. Oh man, FlaSh holds his 3rd, and that was absolutely vital for FlaSh. Now he's got Goliaths there, and those carriers, interestingly, are pinned into a corner of the map. They're going to be in some trouble. No more carriers being produced. So Jangbi's shifting back to a ground force, but he's got 3 carriers coming in from another direction. He's going to try to snipe that natural again, I think. Natural still isn't rebuilt. Snipes the building SCV, and maybe, oh man, he may be able to take down that Nexus. Since it's not built yet, it can't be repaired. But oh, bunch of Goliaths there for FlaSh. Another sandwich, and Jangbi is going to lose a carrier or 2 here. Oh, takes down the command center at the last second though. FlaSh is in a lot of trouble here, I think. Now the carrier's coming in from behind, and they're just a distraction for this main ground army of Jangbis. Yeah, and I think this is GG, because FlaSh cannot hold this base. He doesn't have tanks. Yeah, he's going to have to float off his command center, and it'll probably go down. Wow, I thought FlaSh was ahead for most of this game, but Jangbi just pulling off some brilliant offense on multiple fronts, and basically terminating the Terminator. I'm not sure whether FlaSh can still do anything in this game. He's floating off his main command center, going to land it at the natural. But his natural's almost mined out. He did save that command center from his third, and he has some forces still out in the field. So, oh, he's landing that command center back in the main. But he needs to be mining minerals, I think. He's pushing out with a decent-sized force, but with those carriers out and Jangbi still mining off a couple bases, I don't think FlaSh is going to be... Oh, man, and those tanks getting caught with only one Goliath to support. And FlaSh can't lose tanks like that. He just doesn't have enough. Oh, and now more forces coming up from Jangbi. Oh, another storm. Yeah. Forcing FlaSh back. And FlaSh's hopes are dimming rapidly here. I think those have to be Jangbi fans. Another carrier getting picked off. FlaSh is fighting valiantly, but yeah, he looks discouraged. Shrugging his shoulders. Jangbi now is producing carriers out of at least one of those stargates, and he's going to try to push into the natural. FlaSh, as far as I can tell, has no mineral intake, unless he's... Yeah, it looks like he's distance mining from his third. Yeah, not good. FlaSh GG's. Alright, well, very, very well played. Some tornado-like, destructive, multi-pronged offense from Jangbi. Bringing him back from what looked like a precarious position, and he takes the match for Samsung Khan. So congratulations to Jangbi, and I hope you guys enjoyed this game. This has been Hamilcar. Bye-bye.